Well, a liberal professor pushes a new positive name for pedophiles. It's going to shock you. Before we jump into that, welcome back to the nextnewsnetwork.com. I'm Elijah Schaefer, and I'm filling in from Blaze TV. Real quick, don't forget to subscribe by hitting that red button below and clicking the bell. Well, sometimes there literally are no words for some of the crap that comes out of liberals these days. You've probably heard about changing your pronouns and the various new labels they came up with for different sexual orientations. But this one truly takes the cake, and it's a sickening one. Well, Joseph Gunderson from Louder with Crowder reports that Libs of TikTok posted a video of Old Dominion University assistant professor Alan Walker, who identifies as a non-binary in the video. Walker sincerely pushes for a new, friendlier term to use for pedophiles. The professor is trying to normalize the term MAP, minor attracted person, instead of pedophile. Listen.
So much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person, or MAP, in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender. And that isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors. I've definitely heard the idea that you brought up, though, that the use of the term minor attracted person suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children. But using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction.
Burn it with fire. He went on to defend pedophiles, or what he calls MAPs. Watch.
Stigma against MAPs is a problem in part because it makes MAPs think that they're monsters. That's really problematic in terms of MAP well-being. It's really hard to cope when you think you're a terrible person because you have attractions that you can't change.
Well, yes. Well, I think I'll be sticking with the term pedophile because it is stigmatizing. I like that. I want to stigmatize these people. Being sexually attracted to young children, prepubescent specifically is what pedophile describes, is not okay.
First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well, and a sincere salutation to the Akim pushing his truth and sincerity, Bashem Rokak Wadash. As you see, this guy right here in the middle with the glasses wants to push a new name for pedophiles. He wants to call them MAPs, okay, minor attracted person, okay? And basically he says that it's stigmatizing. You know, basically it's has a negative connotation. Well, it is negative, okay? But see, this is where the world is heading, okay? And it's been like this, okay? There's no telling, okay, what to what degree of wickedness, you know, there is out there. Okay, now we've heard of the island, okay, the Jeffrey Epstein thing, and the island where he would take, you know, children, you know, girls and whatnot. And, you know, all this stuff you hear, okay, and, you know, they want to sweep it under the rug. And this video might even get flagged, but, you know, nonetheless, we have to report on these things, okay? And, you know, guys like this, you know, this Alan Walker guy, you know, ultimately, you know, the Lord has to come back and destroy such people, man, because, you know, having feelings towards children, that's very much wrong. You know what I'm saying? What's this guy talking about? You know, he wants to advocate for, you know, for pedos, man. He doesn't want them to feel bad or whatever. You know, not all of them are, what do you say? Not all of them are sex offenders and this, that, and the other. And, you know, this guy's going off, you know, totally. You know, and I'm going to say this. I'm going to say this too. You know, the alphabet people, you know, they're trying to add the P into their little agenda, you know. Believe that, you know, and I'm gonna go as far as saying that you know, you probably do have children that are being bred, okay, to think this is okay, And they'll become adults and try to train others to think that this is okay. You know, so this is very much what the scriptures speak about, man. Sodom and Egypt. Okay, let's get this. This is Genesis 19. And there came two angels to Sodom at even, and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom. And Lot, seeing them, rose up to meet them, and he bowed himself with his face toward the ground. And he said, Behold, now, my lords, turn in, I pray you, into your servant's house, and tarry all night, and wash your feet, and ye shall rise up early and go on your ways. And they said, Nay, but we will abide in the street all night. And he pressed upon them greatly, and they turned in unto him, and he entered into his house, and he made them a feast, and did bake unleavened bread, and they did eat. Okay, so this is Lot. Okay, you know, he sat at the gate of Sodom, and he saw two angels, and he rose up to meet them, bowed himself to the ground, and asked them to come into his house, but they would not. Okay, and he urged them to come into his house, and he made them a feast, unleavened bread. Okay. And they ate. It says, but before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round about, both old and young. You see? All the people from every quarter. So, before they went to bed, right? You know, you have visitors, you know, they might come into town. Okay, they said, we'll stay at a hotel. They go, no, I insist, come stay with me. And they stay with you. You feed them, you know, you be hospitable. Okay. And you know, you make them, you show them the guest room or whatever, and they crash out. Okay. Well, the men of Sodom, they came out. Okay. The men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed round about the house, so that they circled the house, the men of Sodom. It says both old and young.
Strong's H5288. Na'er.
A boy, lad, servant, youth, retainer, boy, lad, youth, servant, retainer. What does it say here? Babe, boy, child. Okay? What does it say here? Concretely, a boy as active from the age of infancy to adolescence. Wow. You see that? From infancy to adolescence, man. Okay? They compassed the house round about from every quarter.
Strong's H 7097. Katse.
And extremity, border outskirts, right? So everybody came out from all over that city, from all areas, okay? From all borders, from all outskirts, both old and young, okay? From infancy to adolescence, man. Adolescents are teenagers. From infants to teenagers, man. And men. You see? All the people from every quarter, okay? You probably had some women in there, you know? It says that they called unto Lot and said unto him, Where are the men which came into thee this night? Bring them out unto us, that we may know them. Okay, so they wanted to have intercourse with those men. Okay, those two angels. Okay, because we know the angels are you know we're made in the likeness of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, you know, and the Holy Host as well. You see, but it's very interesting, man. It said both old and young. The people from every quarter came out and wanted to know them. Okay, this is what happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, and this is what's happening here. Okay, this is what's happening here. You know, make no mistake about it. You know, the scriptures say the wicked are estranged from the womb. So you're gonna have even children participating in these things. You adults trying to teach children that this is okay. That's why they're trying to push this agenda heavily in the schools. You know, that's why they got Transformers reading books. That's why they done changed, the sexes. You know, that's why they done you know, pushing the superheroes that are, you know, that are moles, and all these different things, okay? Because they're trying to attack the children. They're trying to implement this in the children. Okay, they're trying to make this place, which it already spiritually is, Sodom and Egypt. And you got guys like this dude. This dude's tripped out, man. And he's probably a map himself. You know, he's probably attracted to minors himself, man.
Listen.
So much for that question. I use the term minor attracted person or MAP in the title and throughout the book for multiple reasons. First of all, because I think it's important to use terminology for groups that members of that group want others to use for them. And MAP advocacy groups like Before You Act have advocated for use of the term MAP. They've advocated for it primarily because it's less stigmatizing than other terms like pedophile. A lot of people, when they hear the term pedophile, they automatically assume that it means a sex offender, and that.
So you got groups that are advocating for maps, man. Okay, because they, you know, they're trying to cater to the feelings of pedophiles, and people think, and he's saying that all people think that pedophiles are you know, rapists or whatever.
Isn't true, and it leads to a lot of misconceptions about attractions toward minors. I've definitely heard the idea that you brought up, though, that the use of the term minor attracted person suggests that it's okay to be attracted to children. But using a term that communicates who someone is attracted to doesn't indicate anything about the morality of that attraction.
Yeah, it does. It does indicate. It does indicate the morality, man. You know, they're trying to disassociate, you know, thoughts and feelings. Okay, you know. They shouldn't be there, you know, with names and whatnot, right? You know, this is wicked, bro. This trips me
Burn
out.
the fire. He went on to defend pedophiles, or what he calls MAPs. Watch.
Stigma against MAPs is a problem in part because it makes MAPs think that they're monsters.
They are monsters. I said that's about enough on that. I don't want to watch any more of that. I really didn't even want to do this video, to be honest. Slovakia. You know what? And they might even flag this video. This is Isaiah 5:20. See, because they have a lot more rights than heteros, man. You know, this Isaiah 5:20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, and put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Okay. Woe unto them. Okay. Guys like this that want to, you know, they want to soften the blow that these people deserve. You know, these people need to be cursed out. Okay. These people need, okay, how about Shimei Shai to bring indignation? Okay, that's what they need. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. And this guy wants to use maps because, you know, it's less stigmatizing and you know, and that there's advocacy groups and what. Well, you heard them, you know. So yeah, man, woe unto them that call evil good. This is crazy. Get one more scripture to end it out. 2 Peter 2:6, it says, and turning the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah into ashes, condemned them with an overthrow, making them an ensample unto those that after should live ungodly. Okay, so Sodom and Gomorrah was turned into ashes. It was condemned. It was overthrown. And it's an example, you know, ensample, which means example to those that after, okay, which is now, should, you know, it's an example to those that would do these things, okay, if they should live ungodly, if they should practice in such, you know, things, you know, maps, and delivered just lot, vexed with the filthy conversation of the wicked. And this is vexing, man. You know, I honestly, I really didn't want to do this video, man. Because it's just, I don't know. It's very unpleasant. Very unpleasant, right? It says, for that righteous man dwelling among them in seeing and hearing vex his righteous soul from day to day with their unlawful deeds. The Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. Okay, so, you know, this vexes us, man. You see? You know, when you hear about these things, you're like, damn, this is crazy. But this is spiritually Sodom in Egypt. It says, the Lord knoweth how to deliver the godly out of temptations and to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So the Lord knows how to deliver the godly out of temptation, just like how he delivered Lot, okay? And to reserve the unjust unto the day of judgment to be punished. So these people, man, hey, the Lord has a special punishment, man, a special judgment for them, okay? For this. Okay, this is absurd, if you ask me. Okay, but enough on that. Lord willing, this is edifying. Shalom.